Hi friends, in this video I'm going to take you around Rhodes. We returned from Simi and then started our sightseeing in Rhodes. We then drove over to Philarimos Monastery. It is nestled on the hilltop of Philarimos Hill and it is on the site of an older Byzantine monastery. The structure is in Gothic style and is dedicated to Virgin Mary. The monastery was built in the 15th century by the Knights of St. John. There was the holy icon of Virgin Mary brought in from Jerusalem. With the Ottomans' conquest of the island in 1523, the Knights left with the icon. As we entered the area, we were, so to say, greeted by a lot of peacocks. They were just walking at leisure, totally unruffled by the people, by the thronging visitors and ardent admirers. I was surprised to note that they did not have the long feathers that Indian peacocks are seen to have. But still, I kept an eye for that and finally did come across one which did have feathers, though not as long as those Indian peacocks. We started walking along this cool, shady path. One side of the path has engravings of Jesus Christ, various poses as he was carrying the cross. It was indeed a relaxing walk. We climbed up a few steps, and there, lo and behold, was this huge cross, truly impressive. And the sights around, the scenic beauty of the places around from atop the hill was indeed spectacular. We then started walking back. Once again, we met our feathered friends, bid them a fond farewell, and made our exit from the place. We drove back to our hotel. We then had dinner in our hotel and then retired to bed. After a good night's refreshing sleep, we woke up the next morning, showered, and went to the dining hall for a good breakfast. It was a lavish spread. Let me just take you across and show you the stuff that they had, both vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Tea or coffee, fresh fruits, a lot of dessert. But our plate was very meager, so to say. Next morning, after breakfast, we went around our Sun Beach resort, which was sea facing, and enjoyed the beach, the beautiful place, the surroundings, the cool breeze, the swimming pool, and came back to our resort and got ready for the day's sightseeing. First, we went to the 9D show on Helios, the throne of Helios. 9D, a very great experience. We enjoyed it thoroughly and proceeded to our next destination, Mandraki Harbor, from where we took a glass-bottom submarine ride in Poseidon. Mandraki, one of the 3 harbors of Rhodes, is the main harbor. Here, the huge statue of Colossus of Rhodes is believed to have stood. It was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was destroyed by an earthquake long ago. Today, 2 deer named Elephos and Elephina stand where once stood the feet of the Colossus. That is the belief. There is the St. Nicholas Castle and Fortress too nearby. This fortress had once protected the harbor from invaders. Now it functions as a lighthouse. From the boat, we could see the old town at a distance, the windmills and restaurants and quaint buildings. The glass-bottom submarine ride helped us to see some fish underwater, but it wasn't a big deal. After this interesting boat ride, we got back and proceeded to our next destination. As I take you around the palace of the Grand Master of the Knights of Rhodes, I would like you to note the various details: the window, the door, the courtyard, the arcades, sculptures, the views of the interiors, the Gothic portal, and the various mosaics, while I describe to you what our guide had described to us about this palace. We had our walkie talkie and we could get to know more details about this place. Palace of the Grand Master of the Knights of Rhodes. It is also known as Castello, meaning castle. It is a World Heritage Site. It is a medieval castle, one of the examples of Gothic architecture. Earlier, it was a palace and a fortress. Originally, the palace was built in the late 7th century as a Byzantine citadel. In 1309, with the knights' occupation, it was converted to the palace of their Grand Master with major modifications. The earthquake of 1481 damaged it and it was restored. In the mid 19th century, gunpowder stored in the nearby St. John's Church was struck by lightning, causing a massive explosion, killing many, destroying the church and the upper floors of the Grand Master's palace. The Italians did the restoration work between 1937 and 1940. The castle became a holiday palace for the King of Italy. In 1948, after Greece got freedom from Italy, it was converted to a museum. Amazing artifacts, furniture, paintings, chandeliers, and mosaic, typical Byzantine mosaic floors, beautiful designs. The Medusa, lovely, so pretty and unique. What next in Rhodes Old Town? Shopping! Yay, went everybody. In Minaret Old Town, there is a landmark fountain. And close to it, there are a lot of small eateries. Also, several streets are lined up with various types of shops selling expensive jewelry, or stoles, bags, trinkets, little items, souvenirs, slippers, and lots of variety of souvenirs in all price range. Yes, I love those glasses. And we found that there are many shops where the theme is blue, the theme of Rhodes. I totally enjoyed my shopping spree, but I can't say the same about my husband. So that was Rhodes World Heritage City. Time for lunch. We walked through a very picturesque area of numerous restaurants. Our restaurant was Epoticon, just 25 years old, but it is housed in a building which is very ancient. In fact, we got to see the underground passage used for escape from the enemies, which is still maintained, covered with a glass. We seated ourselves at the table. Our Greek lunch arrived. By now, you are almost familiar with the menu, so I don't need to describe them. So we did relish the meal totally, as you can see for yourself. And of course, the dessert was superb. We left this picturesque place. Our next visit was to Kalitia Springs. Actually, the water of the springs was good for diabetes and kidney stones, The Italians had constructed a luxurious spa in the 1920s and prescribed its water for drinking. In the 1970s, a huge earthquake destroyed the place. Later on, after 10 years of renovation work, Kalitia Springs was opened in July 2007. It is a wonderful seaside monument. It provides a truly unique experience with its architecture integrated in their natural environment and splendor. We can't help admiring the exotic architecture, the artistic creations using pebble mosaics, rooms with temporary exhibitions by artists, crystal clear waters, the beach area, and also the recreation area and the cafeteria where you can relax with a cocktail and snacks. Also, we have the picturesque bay. Events like formal dinners or wedding reception can be organized too. The place has an alluring aura and lovely views. Some areas have been used as film sets for various international films. We got into our coach and drove to the next destination. Next, we visited Semert Valius National Gallery. Valius was born to a Greek father and a Russian mother. He studied art in Greece. Part of his artwork is exhibited here in this Rhodes National Gallery. His art is in two parts: everyday life of lower classes and landscape painting. We had had a hectic day and we were tired, so we took a quick look around the place. It seems from 1964 till his death in 1983, Valius spent most of his time in Rhodes working on large fresco works for public buildings or hotels. Then we enjoyed the 1 hour Bollywood night show arranged by our resort. There was drinks and there was foot tapping music and dance. Then dinner. Then a tour manager said that there was a visit to the casino. We did not go. We went to bed instead. We thoroughly enjoyed the group tour of Greece and we bid farewell to Greece and took our flight back from Rhodes to Athens to Bahrain and then back to Mumbai. Hope you too did have a good time watching these videos and accompanying me on this virtual tour of Greece. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.